You've got to crawl before you can walk. You've got to walk before you can run. And maybe that's the story here of the Broncos' process in getting to this point, this 21-17 win over the Philadelphia Eagles, because you can kind of look at all the steps along the way that got them to this juncture. You can look at the losses, like in Baltimore last year getting throttled, in Cincinnati last year in overtime, going down to the wire, in Buffalo last January, getting destroyed to a point where the Broncos had their worst time of possession discrepancy in 41 years. And in games like Kansas City, in games like the Los Angeles Chargers game a couple of weeks back, even the Colts game a week before that, these near misses, chances to get it done, not being able to close. Well, in this game, the Broncos not only closed at the end, but they closed in coming back down 17-3, a game that felt like they were down by more than 14 points. Now, for just the second time in Broncos history, they overcame a deficit of 14 plus going into the fourth quarter. But this one, it felt as though they were behind by 3 scores the way the game was flowing, especially after Saquon Barkley got past Alex Singleton, took it to the house, put the Eagles up 17-3. You thought this one might be a long game, but Sean Payton talked about how he felt before the game this team was in the right frame of mind, in the right place to get a win, and they stuck with it. They continued to press, and then finally, in the fourth quarter, got the results they were looking for, got that breakthrough drive, and then just kept on making plays on both sides of the ball. And this is the other thing, too. I talked leading up to this game about how this defense, since last Thanksgiving, really, if you put them against a team that had plenty of weapons, a terrific quarterback, they'd fallen short. Well, they reversed that today. The pass rush, it's been there against every opponent, but they hadn't quite finished. They hadn't been able to get off the field consistently against those top-tier quarterbacks, against those top-tier offenses. Well, the Eagles' offense, it's struggling coming into this game, but it's still an offense that has the Super Bowl MVP quarterback in Jalen Hurts. And they shut it down after that touchdown in the third quarter and the fourth quarter, getting him off the field. Now, yes, you got some help down the stretch from some Eagles penalties. But at the same time, you think of how many times, and even in the previous losses this season that were close to the Colts and the Chargers, that you had the Broncos making the self-inflicted wounds, the pre-snap penalties, the mistakes that doomed them. Well, here you had the Super Bowl champions who call this field home. They were the ones making mistakes. Some of them were self-inflicted. Some of them were forced by the Broncos, especially forced by the pressure packages that the Broncos brought. 2.5 sacks for Nick Bonitto today, and Jalen Hurts often under duress. Bo Nix was under some pressure at times as well, but aided by another strong effort from the running game. I put it out there shortly after the game, but if you take out the 2-minute drill drives at the end of the first half, the Broncos had 33 pass plays and 29 runs. So for a second consecutive week, you saw near perfect balance when you take out the 2-minute, and that's what you're looking for. That's what's going to support Bo Nix best. I mean, how often has Sean Payton said it? The two things that can help a young quarterback, run game and defense, well, those things came up big, and came up big when it mattered most. And also, you have to give credit to Sean Payton, because in this game, he didn't go away from the run. Down 2 scores as you got into the fourth quarter, the Broncos didn't abandon the run. A lot of games over the last couple of years, the Broncos would have gone away from the ground. Not this time. Maybe the run it note on his play call sheet might have finally made the difference. So the Broncos, they go to 3-2. 21-17 winners after a statement type of win. Maybe not a statement in terms of a big blowout on the scoreboard, but a statement in terms of what a win over this type of team means for a club that hasn't had these types of wins in the last couple of years. Now they can hang their hat on something. And so you're not going to hear any more chatter of, oh, they haven't beaten a team with a terrific quarterback. Oh, they haven't done this, haven't done that. Now they have. And I think after this, you're going to see some dominoes start to fall positively for the Broncos over the balance of the season. Good things are coming, I think, now after this statement win here in Philadelphia. Appreciate you watching. Take care. And from Philadelphia, Andrew Mason for Denver Sports. Thanks for watching.